course, the set will be changing.
Well, this is sort of a bittersweet episode, Joe.
Well, we may have one more yet, but of course, this painting's going to be gone after this, at least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we may have one more here, but this is our last episode officially as roommates.
Yeah, so we decided, it's probably a good time to tell everybody, we decided to break it off.
We've broken up. The friendship's over. The podcast will continue, but we're no longer friends.
We're no longer friends or roommates.
Yeah.
The podcast will continue, but in spite.
In spite, you will be able to cut the tension with a knife.
Yeah, you won't find a lot of joy in the podcast going forward. We're contractually obligated to do about 300 more episodes.
Yeah, about 300 more episodes.
Yeah, we signed a contract.
In blood.
Yeah, so it's
there's
about
no way to get out of it.
$6.4 million deal, and there's really no way out of it. So
yeah.
The coffee's done.
The coffee's done. Sort of a bullshit mug you're drinking out of.
Yeah,
you're moving to Brooklyn.
I guess it's not Queens Forever anymore.
No, it's not. Seriously, you're a liar too.
Yeah, well, Queens Forever in my heart. Yeah, until I get really acclimated in Brooklyn.
Sure.
And then I kind of forget about
You're
it.
You're a Brooklynite, yeah.
And then I'll forget about
right.
it. So, yeah, I'm not too far away, Trent. And the door is always open.
Yeah, you're just a phone call away.
If you can get past the doorman and if you have the security code.
No. I'm happy for you, Joe. Because it's exciting. You get a gym. I know you're going to be using that gym. You won't be able to get out of that gym.
Yeah. The gym. Yeah, I'm going to be using all the amenities all the time. I do go to the gym sometimes, but not as often as I should. And here's the thing, though. I think there's probably it's this one treadmill and like a bench press.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of bros walking around there. So
sure.
I'll have to go at 3 a.m. on a Wednesday night.
Right.
If I want to use it.
Yeah. Well, I've never been to the gym a day in my life.
Now, you've never been to the gym, ever?
No. I mean, in high school when you were forced to...
Yeah, it was mandatory.
Mandatory to go to gym class, yeah. But outside of that, I've never been to the gym.
Now, have you ever been on a run, perhaps a jog?
Yes, and I would like that. I would like to do that more, but I can't do it here because I feel like everybody's judging me.
That's the hard thing about.
But that's what you said. There's only treadmills and stuff. I would like that because I would like to run on the treadmill. I enjoy running on the treadmill.
Yeah, the treadmill is nice,
maybe a nice stationary bike.
Well, it hurts your feet less on the treadmill. So, Colin Chamberlain, comedian, has a great bit about going on a run.
Yes, I know.
Have you heard the bit about like how embarrassing it is for someone to start running?
Yeah.
And then I think it goes on to the same guy sees you stop running as well.
Yeah.
Like how embarrassing to start running is actually really embarrassing. I think about that bit every time I leave the place, and I actually start the run in the alley.
Oh, I've seen you take off before.
Have you seen me take off?
I've seen you take off.
That's embarrassing as well. Yeah.
I watch out that window. I see you take off sometimes, and I go.
There he goes. What a fool. And a lot of good it's done me. So
yeah, but I would like that. But the judgment, and I also I don't wear shorts, and you can't run in pants.
No, shorts are embarrassing. The whole thing is very embarrassing.
Yeah, it's embarrassing to take care of yourself.
Oh yeah, and you go there, and whenever I lift, I'm lifting like less than everyone else in the gym for sure.
Oh sure,
there's these huge guys that have they're benching 300 pounds or whatever.
Yeah,
I've got two I've got 2 marshmallows on either end of the stick. I'm pushing up.
You're like SpongeBob.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And and I do 3 sets. I'm there for I'm at the press for 11 minutes, and then I go to the next thing. And these guys are there for hours, just fucking pumping iron.
Yeah, pumping iron like Arnold.
Yeah, absolutely pumping. I'm also the only white guy at the gym in Sunnyside here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've never seen another white guy there ever.
Really? Well,
yeah. Well, this is Barbell Fitness.
Barbell Fitness.
The Barbell Fitness.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. Christoph turned me on. We were the two white guys that go in there.
Oh,
and the most out of shape people possible.
Really?
In the place. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of buff Latinos. Oh. There's also some really, some really hot Latinas. But you cannot look when you're in the gym because then you're the creep.
You'll be the creep, and then everybody records themselves now, so you're in the background fucking...
Yeah, you cannot. You get a quick publicly peep, shamed. And then you look in the opposite direction.
You'll be publicly shamed.
But so the treadmills at the gym, though, there's like a window, and there's like a yoga area on the other side.
Yeah.
And so there'll always be like a hot girl working like doing yoga like directly in front of me.
Oh wow!
So I'll run on the treadmill and I'll have to just like look at the ceiling like while I'm running. I'll like look down while I'm running because I can just like look right at her. I mean, it's crazy. It's like staring at the sun. Yeah, it's dangerous. Yeah,
wow.
You can't do that.
That's wild. But it sounds like I gotta sign up for a membership.
Yeah, that's right. It's like $1 a day. It's the cheapest one in town.
Really? I never heard of it.
Yeah, barbell
fitness. Well, I've been. We'll get into this because we're both aging. We're both reaching
rapidly,
an age
faster than ever before. Yeah,
and we'll be talking about that actually.
Okay.
So I might need to step up my workout regimen.
Yeah, I think you might. Yeah. I mean, especially
from 0 to
to maybe 1 or 2.
To 1. Yeah.
Especially as you turn 30. All that metabolism is going to betray you. It's going to all betray.
I can already feel it.
Well. If you're new to the podcast, this is the Echo Chamber podcast, the only podcast where 2 comedians read the Wall Street Journal because one of us gets it for free from work. That's right. And Trent, what are we going to be hearing about today on Echo Chamber podcast?
Well, Joe, in our first story, we'll be covering Japanese people.
Good.
They're too afraid to quit their job by themselves, so they're hiring companies to do it for them.
They also had a company to like help them meet people, right? Like
that was the government. They were turning to the government to help them meet people. They're very shy people.
The fascinating people. Well, you know who's not shy in the workforce? Gen Z.
Oh boy!
And we're going to be hearing about how companies are grappling with the needs of the Gen Z workforce.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
Very, very needy workforce.
I can't. You think you know somebody?
You think you know a generation?
Well, speaking of, those are young people. These are sort of middle-aged people. Scientists find that aging comes in waves.
Oh, I've heard about this.
Yes.
Yeah, 40s and your 60s.
Yes.
Well, we're also going to be hearing about Airbnbs.
Okay.
Maybe you want too much from your Airbnb. You ever think about that?
This is already pissing me off.
I know. So what's crazy about this is they actually bring up a lot of great points I never thought about.
Yeah.
And but also, it's a complete. I think we're at a complete war against people who use Airbnbs and the people who rent them out.
Oh, really?
I think we all hate each other.
Yeah.
More than the regular. A hotel is very transactional. You know what you're getting?
A hotel. I love a hotel.
They love you.
Yeah.
This is not the case with Airbnbs.
Well, I'm glad people are forcing them.
We know what we hate about Airbnbs. Yes. We're going to hear the other side of it.
Oh, great. All right. And, well, you got one more.
I got one more.
In my final story, there's a gang war in Toronto.
Oh, really?
With tow truck drivers.
Oh, with
tow truck driving gangs.
Okay.
In Canada.
All right. Well, we'll hear all about it on the podcast. Yeah. And then our final story for the day, workers putting careers on hold for, quote, mini retirements. More than a vacation. Oh my God. Less than a real retirement. They're saving it up and blowing it all.
And then going right back to work.
And going right and starting from square one.
Wow. That sounds like a great plan. Well, Joe, in our first story, this is from the Wall Street Journal.
That's from the Wall Street Journal.
Yes. Afraid to quit? Hire a pro to do it.
Okay, so, yeah. I can't wrap my head around this, so please do tell.
Well, in polite Japan, a new field helps workers resign. Dateline Tokyo, Yuta Sakamoto was exhausted from selling home improvement projects, including the boss's demand that he help clean up at renovation sites on weekends. One day, he mustered his courage and announced he wanted to quit, but his boss warned him he would be ruining his future, and Sakamoto shrank back.
Ruining his future?
Yes.
He said, "You'll never work in this town again.
You'll never work in this town. You fucked yourself if you quit."
Yeah. Well, if you quit your job, you're supposed to commit ritual suicide.
Yes, right? Seppuku.
Career suicide. Career seppuku.
Well, then a friend proposed a solution. Sakamoto didn't have to confront the boss again. He could hire someone to do it for him.
Oh wow. So the problem is the confrontation.
The confrontation. He mustered up the courage. He said, "Boss, I want to quit. I don't like it here."
I'm sorry. What happened to the Japanese people? Non-confrontational. Did you see the war in the Pacific? It's only
They used to
80 years ago. They conquered half the world.
Yeah, they used to fucking fly planes. They used to
they
kill
walk
themselves.
into a whole town and rape everybody.
Yeah.
Talk about confrontation.
Well, something happened that really fucked them up.
Yeah. They must have been shell-shocked from something.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah, these people lost their grit.
Yeah. So after sending $200 and his case details to a quitting agency, he was finally a free man.
That's wild that there's a big enough demand for this to support an actual business. A quitting agency.
Quitting agency costs $200 and you have to send in the details. And
that's not a bad rate.
Well, something that you could do yourself for free.
But and what's crazy about it is it's also a thrill to do it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fucking out of here. It's my 2 weeks.
Absolutely, yeah, it is a thrill.
Why would you ever pay somebody else to take that away from you?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've never felt more. I only quit one job. I've only had 3.
But it was an amicable quit, right?
Well, that one, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I guess I quit that job, yeah. But at one I quit where I go, I'm done.
Which one was that?
I worked at a coffee shop in New York for a month called Bluestone Lane.
I don't even think I knew about this.
Well, it didn't last very long.
And you said, I quit. Did you take your apron off and throw it on the ground?
I didn't do that. Everybody was quitting at the same time because they switched management. And one guy was refusing to get vaccinated, and then they fired him. So he was like the guy in charge. Then everybody quit after that.
Oh, because you're all anti-vaxxers. So
yeah, we're all anti-vaxxers. And I in solidarity with him, I said, I'm out. I can't stand for this. No, I had already been vaccinated. But
no coffee, no cream in my coffee, no vaccine in my arm. That's what I say.
I go, they're fucking. You believe this shit? They're forcing us to get the jab.
Oh, my coffee black and my blood riddled with COVID. Force us to get the jab.
Yeah, this is bullshit. Forcing us to get the jab. We should walk.
We all walk out.
Yeah, we all walk out.
I ain't getting the jab.
So no, everybody was quitting, and they switched managers, and they kept scheduling me to open, and I didn't have a key.
Oh, well, that's absolute bullshit.
One day I left after my shift, and I texted the person. I go, today was my last day.
I love that. I love that.
And she goes, really, no warning? And I just didn't respond.
Yeah, you know, give me a key to get in the place.
So fuck off. And it was a thrill. And had I hired someone else to do that, I couldn't live with the embarrassment of
that's like one of your paychecks.
Yeah, exactly. Quote, I would have been mentally broken if I had continued, said Sakamoto, 24, who found a new job as a salesman at a printing firm. Bullshit job. A labor shortage in Japan means underpaid or overworked employees have other options nowadays. The problem, this famously polite country has a lot of people who hate confrontation. Some worry they'll cause a disruption by leaving, or they dread the idea of coworkers gossiping about what just transpired in the boss's office.
Right, because everything is about your honor there.
That's right.
You've got to be an honorable man. You can't.
Yes.
See, we applaud a badass. Like, we love a guy fucking throwing pots on the floor and going, fuck you, I quit. Like the scene from Half Baked.
Yes.
Fuck you, you're cool, I quit.
Right.
I saw that and I was like, man, I want to do that one day.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy's a legend, but it's dishonorable.
It's very dishonorable.
So you got to hire somebody to do it for you.
Yes, exactly. Enter a company called Exit. Toshiyuki Nino co-founded it to help people quit after experiencing his own difficulties leaving jobs. Quote, Americans may be surprised, but I was too shy or too scared to say what I think, says Nino, who is now 34. Exit now handles more than 10,000 cases a year in which its staff quits on behalf of clients. Many competitors have emerged bearing names such as Mabry, I Can't Do It Anymore, or
I Can't Do It Anymore?
Or Yamatera Inan, which
imagine your wife sees a credit card bill to I Can't Do It Anymore. Honey, what is this?
Yeah. Oh, it's my quitting. It's my quitting agency.
Do not worry about it.
Trying to outpace the competition, Exit offers 50% off for repeat customers. So they have a punch card.
You call them up. You would never believe. I'm back in a pickle.
This job sucks too.
Yeah. You guys have got to get me out of this one. See, if I was this company, I would also have like a recruitment agency that placed people in terrible jobs.
Yeah.
So that they would have to leave.
It's a never-ending cycle.
Never-ending cycle. Doom loop.
It's a doom loop. It's goddamn doom loop. Koichi Oda, 39, spent 8 years as a forklift driver in a Western Japan warehouse. He says he resented his boss's coercive manner, the low pay, and lack of air conditioning. Some temp workers suffered heat stroke in the summer and had to be taken away by ambulance, he recalls. Oda expresses contempt by having an agency quit for him. Quote, "This was my way of conveying a message. You colleagues aren't worth saying goodbye to."
I love it.
Yeah.
But why hire somebody to tell them that?
Yeah, just...
Also, don't say goodbye.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just don't show up one day. I did that at a job.
Right.
I just no call, no showed.
Yeah.
Didn't answer any texts.
It's great.
It's foolproof.
It's foolproof. What can they do? They can't do anything.
Put it on the resume, but you probably can't put it on the resume if you have some guy from exit.com or whatever fucking come in and say he quits.
Right.
You think they're going to give you a rec?
Yeah, exactly. No, I don't think so.
Hired a man to do your dirty work. They're doing their dirty work.
They're doing their dirty work.
And they're a fool to do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As success stories of quitting via agencies proliferate, Japanese who can't afford such services are getting creative. One formerly Twitter user, posted, "I had no money to spend on a resignation agency, so I pretended to be an agent and called in my resignation." So...
What? Okay, so... He pretended to be somebody else to call in and resign.
Yeah.
You realize you're just doing it already.
Right. Yeah.
How do you change your voice enough? You go, hey, my name is Bart. I'm with Exit.
Yeah, I don't know.
My moto's not coming in tomorrow.
He uses a voice modulator.
Oh yeah, you could download a voice modulator.
Yeah,
I suppose.
You could download a voice modulator to pretend to be somebody else so you can quit your job.
I think I'm gonna try it.
It's simple.
It's simple. Yeah, I think I'll sign up for a year subscription for a voice modulator service so that I can quit my job.
Right. Well, so you just mentioned how are these people getting jobs? Well, actually, Joe, labor-starved managers are contacting quitting agencies wondering if they have any recent quitters to recommend. That's how bad it is over in Japan.
Oh, yeah. Well, give me a rec for your best quitter. We're looking to staff a quitter.
We're fucking desperate over here.
Yeah. Give us your finest quitters. And the coward quitters who call another man to do their dirty work. We want a coward and a quitter to come work for us.
Right. Ayumi Sakine, 24, recently joined Albatross, which is another company, where she calls companies to quit on clients' behalf. Her routine is fairly straightforward. Sakine phones employers, informs them she is with the I Can't Do It Anymore service, and declares that her clients will be leaving. She specifies the departure date and potential use of remaining paid holidays for notice periods. Sakine also instructs employers not to contact the worker further and nails down departure details such as how to return a laptop or uniform.
Why are these people so scared to quit?
I don't know.
It must just be like the bosses over there, like, you better not fucking...
Right.
Yeah, they must really come down on them, like a hammer.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very bizarre. I can't really wrap my head around it. Most employers...
It's a very far away, distant land.
Yeah, it really is.
And culturally, Trent, it's about as far as you can get. The Far East, they call it.
I've heard tell
and they do things a little differently.
They do tell a little differently over there. Most employers accept the resignation, but about 10% require negotiation with a lawyer.
You know what I would do? I would illustrate my saying that I'm going to quit with in manga form and slide it under the door to my boss.
Right.
It's pretty non-confrontational.
Yes, exactly. And in manga, it reads right to left or left to right, whichever one it is.
Right, so it would read quit to going
I. Well, Sakine gravitated to this profession after 4 years at a gas company where she received few pay raises, even though she considered herself among the best performers. Her Jesus Christ. Her resignation was accepted, she says, only after she cried and begged her boss following 3 weeks of meetings where managers tried to stop her.
What do you mean beg your boss? It's not. It's literally not.
Please let me quit. Let me quit.
It's not. It's not a negotiation. These people have to understand that.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
You walk.
Quote, I really realized then how stressful resignation was. Sakine says she enjoys the collaborative atmosphere at her current job, and should the job get underwhelming, there's an additional perk, as pointed out by Tanimoto, her boss. Quote, if someone here wants to quit, he says, I won't stop them. So if they want to quit the quitting agency, you're fine. You're free to go.
I want to quit the quitting agency. Yeah. He won't stop you. Right. No one can stop you.
Right.
That's the thing.
Well, I mean, maybe it's different over there. I don't.
Yeah, you're right. It is very far away.
It's very far away, and there's really no way of knowing their culture.
No. It's far distant culture. Well, even here at home, Trent, people are grappling to understand cultures here within the United States in the workforce, such as that of Gen Z.
Oh, Gen Z.
This is from the Wall Street Journal. Yes. Companies grapple with needs of Gen Z workforce. Gen Z workers are expected to outnumber baby boomers in the United States workforce this year. You know, because they're retiring and these kids are coming in. If only their bosses can understand them. Companies find their youngest employees the most difficult to work with, surveys show. Now executives are making efforts to engage them more. They are arranging mentorship for employees who are entering the workforce remotely during the pandemic. They are giving guidance on how to communicate, and they are offering new kinds of perks like on-site therapy.
Oh my God.
I need a therapist in the office. On site.
Oh my God.
Not even like, will you guys cover my therapy, you know,
right,
with the health insurance? Yeah. No, I need a therapist in the office.
Jesus Christ.
Each new generation coming up in the workforce tends to confuse corporate management, at least initially. Members of Gen Z, generally defined as being born between 1997 and 2012, are no exception. Dozens of board members from public companies gathered in June at the Sheraton Hotel in Palo Alto, California, to discuss questions of this latest cohort. Christine Heckert, CEO of Zappa, a professional development app for Gen Z, bullshit app, told the audience that younger generations want meaning, mentorship, and a sense of purpose.
There's no sense of purpose. There's no meaning to any of this,
especially not at this job.
Yeah, right.
You definitely you'll good luck finding it anywhere in the world. So much as at your job.
Yeah,
it's like about the last place you'll find meaning and a sense of purpose. Yeah. Well, the message, you might be surprised, didn't go over well with everyone in the room. One board member in attendance asked why any of those things should be the company's responsibility. $10,000 question right there.
Yeah, I mean that's insane. I can't even imagine like thinking like that. I mean that's
how
beyond
annoyed
me.
Would you be? Because like they probably didn't even really want to go to this like panel, you know?
Right.
They probably sent one exec to like go to the panel, and they're like, "Oh my God, I got to go to this panel."
Yeah.
And then you're there in a fucking boardroom at the Sheraton in Palo Alto,
right?
And you're listening to Christine Heckert go, "You know what? They want a sense of purpose." You know, I'm like, I don't even want to be here so much listening to this bullshit about them wanting a sense of purpose. Well, Heckert makes the case that companies will benefit from helping to fulfill the needs of the younger workers because then they will be better employees. I mean, where does it end, though? You know what I mean?
Right.
How about you stand your ground? Whatever happened to that? You don't like it? Get a different job.
Yeah, I mean, it's insane.
Quote, they want security and this chance to matter, says Heckart, who advises companies. When they're not heard, when they don't have an opportunity to grow, when they're not appreciated, they pretty quickly check out.
They call it quiet quitting. A little something new, something I don't know if you've heard about it.
Okay, well, then we'll check out the paycheck, and then that'll be done too. I mean, I don't understand. Last summer, credit card issuer Synchrony Financial bullshit. You. Yeah, fuck them. asked dozens of new Gen Z hires at its headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut, to tell executives what benefits and culture they hope to find in an employer.
I'd like to find meaning in my credit card issuing job. Fucking idiot. Be shot in the head.
I just need a sense of purpose at this evil company that fucks over, that creates debtors out of everyone. Yeah, something that has actually ruined the whole world's economy in the last 40 years. Credit cards. Credit card debt.
I need it to give my life meaning.
Yeah, how many people have committed actual suicide from their insurmountable credit card debt? Yeah, there's your sense of meaning.
Yeah.
Well, the answer surprised Synchrony's executives. Some in the cohort of about 100 people said they wanted free on-site therapy at work.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The company this year began offering free in-office sessions on Synchrony's Stamford campus. Bullshit campus. The therapist, Jennifer Nielsen, cunt, Just kidding around.
Just kidding around.
Just kidding around.
Yeah, we're just kidding around.
This is okay. We like to joke around on this podcast.
Yeah, she's probably a nice lady.
She's probably a nice lady. Fucking cold bitch. She works. Well, Jennifer.
These therapists are fucking getting away with murder now. I mean, it's absolutely insane.
They go, you actually need to have an on-site.
So this is actually very important to have an on-site therapist. By the way, have doctors. This is kind of not related, but somewhat related. Has anybody gotten more lazy than a doctor? They used to go to your house. They used to make house calls.
They used to come to your house and like operate on your leg for you.
And then they're like, come to me. And now they're like, let's Skype.
Now you go there and then you... It's pretty bad. Let's Skype. I'm free. I had something come up. Well, the company began... Oh, yeah. Jennifer, she works from... a serene space behind frosted
serene
glass.
Space. Fuck you stupid bitch.
Wow. Younger employees expressed an interest also in being paid after each hourly shift.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody would love that. What?
So they go, well, you need so they're like, what do these Gen Z kids want? They're like, well, obviously a therapist in the office. And obviously, I'd like a paycheck every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Jesus Christ.
They want to get cut.
Yeah, can you just Venmo me what I earned for the day?
Yeah, Venmo me my day's rate. And obviously, don't deduct the 4 hours I was in Jennifer's office. It's been about 6 hours a day in Jennifer's office.
Right. Yeah, so please include my paid lunch break and my paid 2 hours of therapy. On-site therapy.
Hot tears flying out of my face and... Jennifer, I can't find a sense of purpose at the credit card company.
Jennifer's fucking raking in the dough in her serene space.
Oh yeah, dude, they're cutting her a fucking daily check too, $20 million a day. Well, the design software development company Canva, bullshit company.
Yeah, bullshit company.
Yeah, everyone there should be shot in the head.
But yeah, great. Everyone's a fucking graphic designer now. Thanks.
Well, Canva has put supervisors through a leadership coaching academy in the...
What the fuck is that even bullshit sentence that doesn't mean anything? Just a bunch of words thrown together.
I don't know. This is the most bullshit paragraph I've ever read in my life. This was his paragraph. The design software developer Canva has put supervisors through a leadership coaching academy in the past year, aiming to reinforce that younger employees expect clear goals and guidance on how to develop new skills, said Jeannie Rogerson, the company's global head of people.
No, she's the global head of people.
None of that made any sense to me at all. I mean, what kind of money are they wasting? I mean, I don't even know what that means. They put their supervisors through a leadership coaching academy to reinforce that younger employees expect clear goals and guidance on how to develop new skills, said the global head of people. I mean, not only is her job a complete waste of money for them, The Academy's a waste of money.
Yeah, the
Giving
Academy.
a shit. I mean, they want clear goals. Who doesn't want a clear goal?
Right.
You
Yeah,
don't- you don't need an academy and a global head of people to determine that a younger person wants clear goals
right.
and guidance.
Yeah.
Doesn't everybody want that?
Yeah, right. No, they need to do market
It's the
research.
definition of a bullshit job.
Could you imagine you're at a fucking Christmas party? This is my wife. You go, what do you do? Oh, I'm the global head of people.
Show my fucking drink in her face. Shut up, your ass lady. Global head of people.
Oh my god. I'd rather meet a writer for People magazine.
Oh man, that's too funny. Well, Rogerson said Canva is reaping the benefits.
Oh, I bet.
Of giving
I bet they are.
Gen Z employees in particular more conversations. Managers framed conversations around, quote, what are the goals that we're going to take on together? How do you contribute towards that?
This is go do your job and shut the fuck up.
Reaping the benefits. Yeah, you're not reaping any benefits. You're paying a $180,000 salary to the global head of people. Doing an 8-day retreat for the
Jesus
Academy.
Christ.
Oh my God, everyone's lost their fucking mind. Dude.
Oh man.
Anyway, so get your therapist, collect your paycheck.
Well, Joe, we'll be taking a trip to the personal journal. We'll be covering aging,
All right.
which can't. After that, sorry, can't come soon enough for me.
Yeah, put me in the grave.
Scientists find that aging comes in waves
Wow.
at 44 and 60.
Why 44? That's so oddly specific. It can't be the same for everybody, right?
Well, we'll kind of get into that. The changes tied to getting older may not be as gradual and as linear as we thought. The oldest millennials have entered their 40s. Boy, how time flies.
Does it say that?
No, I said. And are noticing the effects of aging. It might not be in their heads. A growing body of research says the aging process might resemble rolling hills more than a slow and steady climb. Age-related changes such as slowing metabolism, wrinkling skin, pile up over time, but may crescendo at specific points in your life. In a study published in the journal Nature Aging in August,
Bullshit journal.
a team of Stanford scientists described waves of aging where major biomolecular shifts happen in the body around ages 44 and 60. The researchers found people in their mid-40s, for example, had meaningful changes in biological markers and pathways related to their abilities to metabolize alcohol and fats. Oh no. These types of changes can lead to gradual weight gain or greater sensitivity to that nightly glass of wine.
Oh.
Quote, people assume everybody's kind of aging gradually, says Michael Snyder, a professor of genetics at Stanford University, bullshit professor, and senior author of the study. It turns out that most changes are not linear. It is possible that paying special attention to healthy exercise and eating habits ahead of these waves could help lessen their blows, researchers say.
I mean, what are we really learning here? That it gets harder to when you get older.
Yeah.
You should
Right.
take care.
Yes. Right. Exactly.
Take care when you get older.
But it's really hard at 44 and 60. Those are, it's
Well, those are just going to be my years when I won't be too hard on myself because it's going to be hard as it is, and I'm just going to let it go.
well. What they're saying is those are the times which you'd really be hard on yourself, because if you work through that, you'll be golden.
So what happens after 44? How's it go? What is
That's
that
smooth
wave?
sailing until 60.
I don't understand.
I don't know. But then it also kind of the Stanford team analyzed data from repeated collections of blood and stool samples.
These fucking scientists, all they want to do is pick through our shit.
Pick through our shit.
They want to pick through our shit.
Pick through our shit and suck our fucking blood. That's all
Yeah,
they want
they
to do.
suck our blood and pick through our shit, and then they tell me, "Oh, getting old's hard."
And
Yeah, you didn't need to pick through my
and this
fucking
study
turds.
cost $100 million.
Yeah, it's a bullshit study. All they did was pick through my shit and tell me it gets hard
and
to
they
get
go,
older.
you know what, 44 and 60 is when it.
They go, we have to
give specific
We have
numbers.
to have some kind of takeaway from this. Cost $100 million. We ordered a turd from 1,000 people.
Yeah.
44, 60.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find what it
So
says.
which one's worse? The 44? I would think the 60's got to be
It doesn't
worse.
say which is worse, really, but you would assume a 60 is harder.
Oh, harder.
gotta be way
But
harder.
wisdom. You have wisdom.
Yes, exactly.
And you're perhaps getting close to retirement, which is nice.
right.
But unless you're 44 and perhaps you're doing a micro retirement, which we'll get into later.
Yeah. Well, Joe, it's unclear what exactly is causing these biomolecular shifts, Snyder says, and it is possible that people's behavior and other variables could have affected the results. So it's completely meaningless.
Oh my God. Wow.
Anyway, next story.
So yeah, take everything you just heard, throw that out the window. Turns out the results are not in. And they go, to be honest, the human interference, the human element.
We don't really know.
You can't really calculate the human element. So,
but please publish this article.
a glass of wine a night's good for you. Oh, that's insane. Yeah, I've heard about this like 5 times. Everyone's going, wow, 44, 60.
Yeah, 44. That's what they said.
But the study's flawed.
The study's flawed, and they don't know. So they really don't know.
They really don't know. Never mind. Well, this is from the Wall Street Journal.
Oh.
Maybe you want too much from your Airbnb. As prices have climbed, so have demands from guests and short-term rentals.
Fucking let me stay at a fucking Hilton then.
What do travelers want from an Airbnb right now? The hosts have an answer. Too much. This is so annoying.
Jesus Christ. Nobody's making you do this.
Yeah, exactly. That's what that's my takeaway too. You're the ones who signed up for this.
Evil scumbag.
They're
You're
all
a
evil
fucking pig and an
scumbags.
asshole.
They bought 7 houses in Palo Alto.
Yeah.
They turned them all into Airbnbs and they go, oh my God, everyone's being so. Let somebody move into a house. Stop hogging them for your evil rental scheme. The number of short-term rentals on sites such as Airbnb and Vrbo hit a record high.
Fuck Vrbo.
Well, at least you get the whole place to yourself with Vrbo. Airbnb, you got fucking Carl's in the back room, sitting in the garage.
Oh, really? That's the difference?
That's the difference.
Yeah. I just hate both names suck, but Vrbo pisses me off.
That's fair. Have you ever seen a Vrbo commercial like on YouTube?
Yeah.
It's like some family trip that it's never existed. It's like a multiracial family like running into a house, like unloading a kayak. There's like a grandpa playing chess with a kid with Down syndrome, and like the mom's like cooking, and like dad hang glides in through the window. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is no one's experience. Vrbo. Live again. Live again. Well, okay, so hosts now have more competition for bookings while guests have more options and opinions. Trish Ton's...
That's why we need more opinions.
Trish Ton's Minneapolis home has 4 TVs, plenty of toys, though she has no children, and, quote, more games than any human needs. Airbnb guests...
You don't know that, bitch.
They don't have Cuphead here. This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
We have more games than anyone needs. What the fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Well, she gives because people complain that there's
not enough games.
There's not enough games. They go, there's no...
Not enough games.
She didn't have Monopoly deal. She just had regular...
bullshit.
She said regular Monopoly. There's no Monopoly deal.
No Monopoly deal.
This lady sucks cock. Visitors forget that Airbnbs are often people's homes and not mini hotels, Ton says.
That's the whole point. It is a mini hotel.
It's a mini hotel. If it's your home, then live in it and stop pimping it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like if you just had your car rented out to everybody and then it's like getting all fucked up and,
Right.
You go, guys, come on.
It's not a taxi.
It's not a taxi. Yes, it is. It is. So, according to numerous Airbnb hosts, budget travelers often have the highest expectations. Outdated interiors and wall-to-wall carpet don't cut it anymore. And hosts are adding hot tubs, pools, pickleball courts, or even lawn bowling to stand out.
Lawn bowling?
I don't know what the fuck lawn bowling is. hosts can't ignore guest complaints, and even if they'd like to. Airbnb culls listings whose reviews don't meet quality standards, said Dade Stevenson, the company's chief business officer. Bullshit job. Dave Hopkins began hosting an Airbnb about 11 years ago, booking primarily to backpackers in Chicago. He now pays extra.
Chicago backpackers? What the fuck? There's no... Where are they backpacking?
Well, you know, there's the Great Chicago Trail. He now pays extra for cleaning to meet the standard that people would expect at a chain hotel. Quote, I have to pay somebody to check every spoon for someone's cornflake or to go on the hunt for any errant hare, he says. Yeah.
That's
the whole idea. I don't live in a fucking barn.
Right.
I'm paying you $1,000 for a weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, the money they're making is like crazy.
This is...
I wish there was an option for now this is interesting. He says, I wish there was an option for a guest to be like, quote, I promise not to complain about X, Y, and Z if you're going to provide me a room for like $45 a night, he says. I don't hate that deal. Like, hey, this is a $200 a night listing, but it's $45 if you keep your fucking mouth shut.
That's, yeah, sure.
There's a market for that.
That's fine, yeah.
Some Airbnb hosts say that the dynamic with guests is less personable than it once was. Guests now prefer to interact with hosts less and complain about seeing their personal belongings in a rental, hosts say. Yeah. Again, why do you want to hang out with us?
Right, yeah, that's bizarre.
Well, they're living there, and they're like, hi, I'm Tanya, and shit. It's like,
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm trying to fuck my girlfriend in this Airbnb upstate. It's the whole reason I'm here. Can't do it with you in the other room.
Right.
Well, 6 years ago, hosts could get away with having a 155-inch TV in the living room, says Hensel, who previously worked in a short-term rental property management. Now, every bedroom needs a TV. The living room display should at least be 70 inches, and the house should have Bluetooth speakers to appeal to high-spending guests. His properties now include retro arcade games, air hockey tables, and hot tubs. I don't know if you really need all that.
No, you don't need it. They're overthinking it. It's just clean it and fucking provide shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah, clean it
and towels and all that shit. Just make it like a hotel. Nice. A hot tub would be nice and maybe an air hockey table. But I don't think that's asking for the world.
Monopoly deal.
Monopoly deal. Have some fucking games.
This game selection is bullshit. So I don't know. They're a bunch of annoying, spoiled bitches, and so are we. So that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. But I went to WrestleMania in Philadelphia. We stayed at an Airbnb.
Yeah.
It's fucking... The shampoo, it's like there's fucking a squirt left. We stayed there for 2 days. I mean, it's not enough for anything.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
It's bullshit. We just stay at a hotel.
You know what you should do? Walk out of the bathroom, just unzip your pants, and just piss on the kitchen floor. Right before you check out.
That's why I like staying in a hotel. You fucking trash it. You throw your fucking garbage on the ground.
Yeah.
You leave it for the help.
Yeah, kill a hooker in it and throw her in the fucking corner.
Yeah,
you know?
Kill a hooker. The help will take care of it.
Yeah, the maid from Haiti doesn't say a fucking word to anybody. Doesn't say a fucking word.
You don't get that kind of...
No, you can't kill a hooker anymore.
No. Not an Airbnb.
No, you gotta go at least Verbo.
Yeah. Well, Joe, this is from the Wall Street Journal. This is kind of a crazy tale. Headline: Rival truck gangs ramp up gun violence in Toronto.
Yeah, all right. I don't even know what that means.
Well, Dateline, Toronto.
Toronto, the most dangerous town in North America.
Towing cars has become a deadly business in Canada's largest city.
That's interesting.
Rival gangs control parts of the tow truck industry.
Well, it's kind of like the ice cream truck industry here in New York.
Yes, in New York, there's
gang war last year over that.
Yes, there was New York ice cream versus Mr. Softy.
Mr. Softy.
I'm Team Mr. Softy.
We're
all the
all
way.
Team Mr. Softy. We support Softy. You have to pledge allegiance to one for protection.
To Softy.
To Softy.
And but they carried baseball bat. The ice cream people.
Yeah, they bashed in each other's
good humor man.
fucking
they used
windows.
They carried ice cream. Not ice cream.
Lighting ice cream trucks on fire.
Yeah.
You're an 8-year-old running up to get an ice cream cone, and the whole thing explodes as a car bomb in it.
Shootout.
Yeah.
Well, this is the tow truck industry in Toronto. They using heavy-duty vehicles to transport drugs, extort car crash victims with high fees, and fake automobile accidents to defraud insurance.
Oh, yeah, that's a good scheme.
Yeah. This year, through late August, Toronto shootings are up 50% compared with the same period last year, and homicides are up 20%. A surge caused in part by the, quote, tow truck violence, said Inspector Paul Krozik of the Toronto Police Service's Guns and Gangs Unit.
Wow. In
all, about 1 in 7 of Toronto shootings and dischargings of firearms this year have been related to the towing industry.
If only these drivers could just toe the line.
Oh, wow.
Instead.
Good one, Joe.
Thanks, Trent. I'll be doing a dry bar special soon. I'm trying out some of my new clean jokes.
Your new dry bar material?
My new family-friendly material.
Wow. That's great. Drive-by shootings have targeted drivers and company offices. Masked arsonists have doused trucks in gasoline and torched them. In July, police said 2 teenagers with a stolen Glock handgun
teenagers
they're up to no good. Killed a man after going on a 2-day citywide shooting spree that targeted towing company offices and tow trucks.
I think they need to get a summer job. That's what I think.
Wow. So you're on fire. In March, a towing company owner was shot and killed in a gangland-style incident in Toronto's North End. His killing, which remains unsolved, triggered a spasm of violence. Things have gotten so bad that Toronto's police department has created a tow truck task force.
Now, tell me this.
Yes.
Does the violence ever occur when someone, say I'm getting a tow?
Sure.
Say I blow out a tire, I call a tow.
Yeah.
He shows up, he starts fastening my car to the tow, and then suddenly there's a fucking shootout right in front of me. Is that what's happening? I go, oh my God.
I don't know. It doesn't really say.
Or do they have a strict not during working hours policy? Keep it in,
Yeah. It's all, you have to be in the tow truck business. No innocent bystanders.
Right.
I don't know. It doesn't say if anybody has been shot mid-tow.
Yeah, you'd hate to. I mean, first you're popping a tire. You think, how could this thing get any worse?
Then you got a bullet in your ass.
Shot in the head. Dead.
Yeah. I don't think there's been any innocent killings. Well, I mean, it depends on. But he's got off.
No, they deserved it.
Yeah.
They deserved it.
Right. So, but authorities blame guns smuggled from the U.S. for the surge in violence. Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow.
Guns don't kill people.
Tow truck
drivers kill people.
Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow has boosted the city's policing budget and invested in programs to prevent youth from joining gangs, but she said the police are scrambling to keep up.
They're funding DARE more. We've doubled the DARE budget. I don't know.
Just say no to becoming a tow truck driver.
Oh my God. That sucks. That makes me want to become one.
No, that's not what it says.
Oh, okay.
That was their phrase. Just say no.
Right.
No doubt about it, we are seeing way too many guns from the States coming across the border, Chow said. The disputes between tow truck gangs are familiar, police said, as they fight over control of the geographic territory. What has changed is how they settle scores. So this has been going on for a while. Alexander Vinogradsky, the Toronto tow company owner who was killed in March, was allegedly a kingpin in Toronto's tow truck underworld.
These sound like Spider-Man villains,
right?
Like henchmen.
Yeah,
the tow truck underworld.
Yeah. Well, even he limited how guns had transformed the industry turf battles. Quote: "When I started, it was all fistfights," he said.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When I started, it was just fist fights.
Yeah.
And now they got all these America guns. And it's like, whoa. Yeah, it's gritty stuff now.
Yeah. According to a court document, he called police in a panic one day to report that he was in a car chase and someone was shooting at him. He told police the attempt on his life was towing related.
Was towing related?
Yeah.
Police. I'm in a tow life and death situation.
In 2020, he was charged with working for a criminal organization and conspiracy to commit arson. The charges were later dropped. Police investigated Vinogradsky when one of his rivals was killed in a 2018 Christmas Eve incident, according to the court documents. Rachel Lichtman, a lawyer who represented Vinogradsky when he was arrested in 2020, declined to comment on the specifics of the case. In March, police were called after shots were fired in northern Toronto. They found Vinogradsky lying dead outside his bullet-riddled sport utility vehicle.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Tow trucks. Who would have thought?
I mean, hey, it used to be the people in the concrete business here.
Yeah, concrete.
Italian mob and things like that, the dry cleaners.
Yes. Construction.
But there it's tows.
It's tows.
I think you just got to find a little niche. You got to find your niche for your gang, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, what'll it be next? Well, it sounds like the tow truck
Generative
drivers.
AI.
I think the tow truck drivers need to go on a mini retirement to clear their head. Which leads us to our final story.
Oh, boy.
On today's podcast, and this is from, of course, the Wall Street Journal. Workers put careers on hold. For, quote, mini retirements.
Okay.
When Dana Saperstein quit her marketing job, bullshit job, to spend 6 months hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, bullshit crest, the then 31-year-old thought of it as micro-retirement. Quote, if I keep working myself to the bone until I'm 60 years old, I might physically never be able to hike the 2,650-mile trail from Mexico to Canada. Saperstein is among a small number of workers in their 20s and 30s borrowing years of freedom from their future selves to enjoy some of their retirement while they're still young. Pausing your career, isn't that just going on a vacation?
Yeah, it seems like they're just rebranding vacation.
A long vacation. A sabbatical.
The holiday is people overseas call it.
Yeah, we need a holiday. I want the 6-week break. Pausing your career during prime working years can slow the growth of a nest egg. The precious nest egg.
That we'll never be able to use.
But the chance to backpack the globe or take a series of mini retirements is worth it, says those who have done it, even if it means delaying buying a home or having to work longer later to fund retirement at a time when many fear a comfortable retirement is difficult to achieve. Saperstein paused her retirement savings while on the trail. Her fiance, Ben Petcher, invested $800 a month. They suspended their car insurance and covered most of their $2,500 rent by subletting. They spent $700 a month on health insurance. The couple cut their spending to save $60,000 for their adventure.
Wow.
But allowed some indulgences. Quote, we only kept Paramount Plus because we both love Survivor, she said.
Okay.
They kept watching it while they hiked.
Sure.
Well, putting a career on hold usually means losing ground on retirement savings along with salary and health insurance. Since money put in a...
Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. All right, I'll move along.
I'm sorry, Joe.
It's people they're foregoing their health care to hike a trail.
Right.
Well, sabbaticals are rare outside of academia, but financial...
What does that mean?
Well, if you're a professor, you can get a sabbatical.
Sure.
But if you're working at any other job, there's no, if I asked for a sabbatical, they'll go, no.
Oh, sure.
You're fucked.
Sure.
About 6% of employers offer paid sabbaticals. That's actually more than I thought.
Wow, yeah.
It's probably mostly colleges, while 8% offer unpaid ones as of this year. Unpaid sabbatical. Get lost. What do we care? Financial advisors said those wanting a career break should pay off their debt first. What an easy thing to say. Pay off all your debt first. And some people quit their jobs. They bought a van. They said it was worth it. Yeah.
You know what? I support it.
I support it too.
Yeah.
Actually, the more I think about it. Now, framing it as mini retirement, I think is just fooling yourself.
Right. You're just you're unemployed for a month or two.
Yeah, you want to go on a cool trip, but don't give me this bullshit about I'll be too old to enjoy anything then.
Right.
So I'm going to do my retirement now.
Yeah.
This is you justifying spending $50,000
right
to go rent a van.
Yeah. If you want to take time off from work, you want to quit your job, so be it.
Hire somebody to let them know.
Hire somebody to tell them you're going to be quitting, you're taking some time off, you're going to make 2-3 months off to go hike some fucking trail somewhere.
So go in for your last day, go to Jennifer's office, talk to the therapist.
Yeah, talk to the therapist.
Collect your last day's paycheck.
Yeah.
Head out. And that's that.
That's that. And have fun, enjoy it, but don't call it a mini retirement.
Yeah, and steer clear of tow truck drivers.
Steer clear. Yeah.
Don't hike up the Canada side of the trail. Yeah.
Exactly. If you do, don't take a car.
That's right. Well, that has been this episode of Echo Chamber Podcast. Oh, and our roommate's home. Perfect timing. Hey, Jess. We're literally ending it right now. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, comment, all of that bullshit.
That's it. That's the show. As always, this is Trent Mabry signing out.
And this is Joe Nunnink signing off.
Bye-bye.